Hey folks, it's Bishopheals. How you guys doing over there today? Getting close for the New Year's, the big ball drop, let me tell you. Ho, ho, ho. I hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas. Oh, snappers. The Santa stuff any coals in your stockings? Ho, ho. Forget about it. Well, let me tell you. I got some mail regarding towards the dripper from the review that I did. Savagemodel was asking me if I can make them a vid as far as how to do the dual coils. Well, on that video, I took pictures as I was doing it, but I'll do one again. I'll try to make it as short as possible for the dual coils. So I'll do that in this video. And also, Rydinsmoothx asked me if I use no resistance wire to make the coil. You need to use resistance and no resistance wire. You need both, okay? What also is going to help out is that you're going to need a multimeter. Yes, to make... shit. Hold on. Pen. My poor baby. I love her. She's my queen. Alright, sorry about that. You know, women. Alright, you gotta give them some TLC, some love, attention. If not, forget about it, you know. But moving on. For the dripper, okay? I cleaned it out. As you can see, it's clean. Nothing in, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to do the dual coils from scratch. Okay? So be right back. Okay. There we go. So I'm gonna use 34 gauge, 0.16 nichrome. Okay. Now we're gonna do the twisty method. So let's see if I can zoom this in, make it much easier. Move that inside for later. Okay, so now you take your twisty wire, the two of them, resistance and non-resistance, and you see what I'm doing? I am twirling them. Okay, and you want to make sure that as you turn them, you see what I'm doing? I'm just turning, twirling. So I don't try to do this because it's gonna pretty much you'll be threading the wires too thin, and it'll be too it's delicate enough to actually break. So you want to make sure that as you're twirling them, that you hold it tight, but it's not constantly loosening and retightening, loosening and retightening. So you just want to keep in one motion. You know, you can just do it slowly, just like that. And then as you can see, and now as I'm twisting the coils, I need to make sure that they're going to be tight, extremely tight, as best as possible, you know, not to the point that you're threading your fingers, right? So, you know, now what I'm doing is after the 3 wraps, I'm gonna have to cut the tail. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be holding it right by the center. Now I'm just going to stretch it out a bit with the pliers. Yank it. That way I can shrink those 3 wraps. Make them close together as possible. Now I can actually cut it. I'm going to be using a nail clipper. I'm going to cut the tail off, and very, very close to the junction point. Okay? Now I'm just going to straighten it out, test it out. I want to make sure it's not going to snap on me or, break off on me. As you can see, look at the junction. You see how small that is? That's key. You want to make sure it's very, very, very tiny. Now we're going to put it on the multimeter, and we're going to measure the resistance. Okay? So I really want to try to shoot for like 1.2 ohms. Okay? That's exactly what I'm trying to look for right now. So once I get to the 1.2, I'm going to make a marker, and the way I'm going to make the marker is I'm going to bend it. So as you can see, I'm at 1.3. I got to move it back. There's my 1.2. Now I'm back to 1.1. There's 1.2. I marked it. Now what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to tie in the non-resistance wire. Exactly where the junction meets. Twist it. Bite off the tail. Cut off the tail. Look at it. Make sure it's strong. Stretch it out. And what I'm doing right now is I just do a little bit of a cripple on the twisties, just to ensure it's locked in. And now I'm just stretching out the wires. You can see. Let me see if I can auto focus it a bit. There we go. See how small the junction points are? That's only 3 wraps. That's all what I use. I turned it just for 3 wraps. Now I'm going to lay out the 2 pieces of wick, 3.5 wick. I'm in the process now. I'm going to take about 3 inches, and then the other one's about 2.75 inches long. The shorter one, I'm going to de-strand it. There's a total of 8 strands in the 3.5 wick. Now I'm going to take 4 strands, and that's going to be my first coil. Okay, so that's my single coil right there, as you can see. I'm just turning it, wrapping it very nice and slowly so that it can be pretty close together but not touching. Okay, you see? About 4 wraps. Okay, I always get 4 wraps for 1.2 ohms resistance on a 0.16 resistance wire. Okay. Now here's the cup, the CE2 cup, and there's 3 holes. We're gonna insert it in the outer hole, not the center hole. Very gently. See? Extremely gently. There it is. See, it's out. Now I gotta do the same on the other side. Okay? You don't want to really pull it all the way down. You just want to leave yourself a little bit of a leeway because you're going to have to insert the other wire in the same hole. So before you do that, you want to make sure that you have a little bit of playroom so that you can adjust the wick onto the CE2. See? So I leave myself a little bit of playroom. Okay? There it is. It's just a little bit above the CE2 cup, and there it is upside down. I just stretched out the wires a little to the left and to the right. I formed a T, so that way it doesn't come off when I insert the other coil. Okay? There's my other coil. I'm going to put in the other coil now. I'm going to take the, well, first let me straighten it out. Make sure that the wires are nice and straight. Okay? Then I look to see which is the longest of the 2, and that's the one I'm going to put in first. It doesn't matter what hole you put it in, as long as it goes in, right? Come on, we're men. Come on. You just got to put it in the hole. There we go. Absolutely. Forget about it. It's like 8-ball, baby. Right there in the corner pocket. Pow! Woohoo! So now that one is in, I bent it a little so that way that wire doesn't come out. Okay? So now I gotta put in the other wire. Very simple. Look at that. Forget about it. Look how simple that is. Even Mr. Magoo can't even do this. You know, I don't want to hear that those holes are too tiny. Oh, shoot, man. Forget about it. Those things are simple. Look at that. See? Check it out, baby. See? There's the 4 wires sticking out. See? Now that they're sticking out, okay, now we're gonna start, lining it up. Okay, we're gonna put in the middle wick, okay, which is a 3.5, right in the center, right in between. We're gonna sandwich them, okay, and we're gonna do this gently and soft, okay, like fluffy. Forget it. It's like a girl, You gotta be gentle. All right, little by little, you start pulling down the first single coil. Okay, make sure it falls right on the channels, okay, of the CE2. Then after that, you start pulling the top single coil. That's what we're going to do now. After it's pulled down, as you can see, I'm starting to twist the non-resistance wires. Okay? You want to twist them tight, okay? Because you know what it is? I want it clean. I'm pretty sure you can do it without twisting it, but I like it clean. So I twist them so that way I can hear them. I can hear that coil scream, baby. Let me tell you, the snap, crackle, and pop, baby. So this is gonna be my positive wire, okay? The twos that I'm twisting right now. There we go. See, you got to keep twisting it. Make sure that you have yourself about, I would say, about a quarter of twists, because it's gonna go inside the CE2, underneath it in the inner channel. Okay, that's gonna be the positive connection. Now once that's in there, as you can see, I already mounted it on the base. Now the other 2 wires, you also want to have them twisted, but right now I'm gonna actually start positioning the wick. Okay, I'm gonna start putting in the middle wick down by the base. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just going to shove it in there. You can also use a paper clip. You can see. That's what I use. I just gently poke it down slowly, No rush is needed, This is something that you're going to enjoy. Now, once everything is stuffed down, as you can see, that's pretty much how it's going to look. Now, that's a lot of wick I have in there. Now that's the point, because I'm aiming for 0.7 ohms dual coil, So you got 2 coils in there, 2 3.5 pieces of wick. Okay, this is gonna be extremely wet and juicy. Okay, and nice vape. This is gonna be an excellent taste. That's what I'm going for. That's why I'm making these coils. So now what I'm doing is I'm leaving the negative of the 2 resistance wires sticking outside. They have to be outside. You can turn them on the lap around. I tighten it just a little bit, but I want to check the ohms. I want to make sure I'm at, what I'm aiming for, which is like 0.7, dual coils here. Let's check it out. Let's see. I'm putting it in. Got the positive in. I'm going to stick the negative on the side. Boom, bingo, 0.7 ohms, baby. Forget about it. So here we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start, getting it ready. Okay, so now it's on here. It's ready to go. You guys saw it was like 0.7 ohms. I'm going to put it on my GGTS. Now, Lisa asked me if I could put on the Preveri. Yeah, you can put on the Preveri, but if you do this kind of resistance, it's not going to work. You can do like a dual, let's say 1.5 ohms. That means you would have to make the single coil, instead of like the 1.2 ohms that I showed, make it 3 ohms, the 2 of them, And then that would work on the Prevera because it would register at 1.5 ohms, and it'll work. But anything below 1 ohms, Prevera is not going to fire that puppy up at all. So, but you have to use a mechanical mod. So using GGTS on this. So let's juice it up. And I put it all around. Okay. Let's juice. Let's give it a shot. Excellent taste, good vapor. Good. Now, you can put drip tip on, 510, will work. Nice. Which works out pretty decent, let me tell you. But I prefer, I got drippy tips, glass tips. Beautiful, I love this. Look at that. Delicious. One thing I have to tell you, being that the airway is pretty big, okay, if you put a tip on that has nice little narrow airway, it'll be a whole lot better because it'll be more concentrated, to me anyway, when it comes up. Because I like putting my tongue a little close to it, feeling just the vapor shooting up. Oh man, it's a delight tasting this juice. Delicious. Okay, so that's how you would actually just, set up the dual coils from scratch. Hopefully that helps you out. If you have any more questions, you can feel free to, send me an inbox message again on YouTube, or you can PM me on the ECF forums, or you can email me directly at bishopheals@gmail.com. Okay. Also, you can see me live this Sunday at VapeTV at vapetvlive.com. Okay. You can register and you can chat with me live, and hopefully I can see you right before the New Year's. We're coming to an end. The big ball is dropping real soon. Let me tell you, are you excited? I know I am. Shoot, man, I'm done with 2012. Forget about it. I can't wait to toss that year behind me. Let me tell you, and start a whole fresh, new, clean slate in 2013. Hell yeah, baby. The world did not end. Oh, so, all right. I'll let you go. Have a good evening. Live hard and vape hard. Ciao.